and welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear in the chat. So, we're going to get things going with this 4 by 100 meters relay. So, not missing out here. And in a little bit, we should see things going here. So, again, welcome one, welcome all. It's the London Diamond League stop. All right. And we're here and definitely, waiting for this one. But let's just take a look here and see the results. All right. Let's see here. 3780. All right. Is the official time. It appears here, the winning time, 3780 from Team Jamaica. So Rowan Watson, Oblique Seville, Kadrian Goldston, Kishane Thompson. Now, we know that Jamaica has been trying to get the time that they need, right? And they should, the time that they needed to run, all right, was faster than 3787. So with 3780, they should put Jamaica in a position to be on their way to Tokyo. So well done, gentlemen. So that's the time that they needed to run faster than 3780 because before this race, Jamaica was in the number 18th spot. All right, so they were the number 18th ranked team. So they were ranked at number 18. All right, in the world by that time, 3787. And so they needed to run faster than that. So 3780 is definitely faster. All right. And the Netherlands were in the number 15 spot, right? 3820. And Nigeria in the number 16 spot, all right? Sorry, it was 3787 for the Netherlands. So they're in the number 15 spot. Nigeria, they are 3820 in the number 16 spot. All right, so that's the situation there. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. And let me just take a look in the chat here. And guys, hit the like button, all right? It's definitely important that you do. And hit that subscription button as well. All right, let's get things going here quickly. Sam, welcome. OBT, welcome, and definitely congratulations there. And Carvin with Steve, welcome. All right, Sam, Kerry, is that Mike? Is that Sam? All right, so welcome, Cheryl. Yes, they did. They did. All right. But, so 37, as I was just sharing there, 3780. Let me just go back to my notes. The Jamaican team, right? They were in the number 18 spot before this run. And so at that time, so before today, they needed to run faster than 3787, right? Which was the time for which is the time for Team Netherlands. And so Team Netherlands, they were in the number 15 spot, right? And then, or they could have run faster than 3820 seconds, and that would have displaced the Nigerian team who was in the number 16 spot. All right, so remember they're taking what, two additional teams? So perhaps Nigeria maybe out now based on time 38:20, but we'll definitely check on that for you. But right now, they did what they needed to have done. And we just want to acknowledge here, and guys, I am here talking the women. They should be, let me just take a look here. They should have a team there as well. And here we go. My bad, 4169. And that time is set by, let me just try and get the time here, the times here. 4169, so that's our leading time. Great Britain. So Dina, Asha Smith, Amy on there, Henry and Nita. And then Jamaica had Sharika Jackson, Smith, Clayton, and Williams. All right. So then we have France, Ireland, Australia, Great Britain, and Canada, which I did not finish there. So that's good. That's good. So the Diamond League events, they're coming up in a little bit. So what I am going to do, let me just take note of the time here. So the discus is going, pole vault is going. So the first event, well, a Diamond League event on the track will come up in about, let me see, in about 28 minutes or so. So it's going to be the 400 meters hurdles for women, and we can keep that on screen there. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. Again, welcome one, welcome all. In a little bit, I'll be in the chat there. And I just need to share this with my group as well and also get some tea. All right, mindset. Are you here in the chat to let us know what's going on there in London? And I just need to share this. So I'll be in the chat in a little bit. So guys, we have almost 100 here. And let's just hit that like button. All right, so let me have the likes when I get into the chat. All right, so hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. And this is the 11th stop, all right? The number 11, number 11. All right, so this is the 11th stop of the Diamond League there in London. Welcome one, welcome all. All right, in a little bit too, perhaps I'll try to take a few calls, quick calls. So I'll open the phone line as we get ready for the 400-meter hurdles. And I'm quickly here in the chat. And who do I miss here? Gail, welcome. Cheryl, welcome. George, welcome. And Samsa, okay, Kewi, welcome back. So happy to have you here. It's been a minute, all right? All right, and let's see. They remember that the women's team, they qualified from World Relays, all right? So they're not running for a qualification here. It's more about practice. And all in the game, welcome. Comfortable win for Great Britain, all right? And George is waving from Kenya. Say hello to all the people tuned in from Kenya. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, let us know where you're tuned in from. I know Jamaica is here, US is here. Who else is here? Let me know in the chat. Canada, are you here? Let us know where you're tuned in from. And Gail there sharing congratulations to all who qualify. All right. And cheering for Team US, as always, Jasmine Jones on the podium. All right. Eco, welcome, welcome. So come on, guys, if you have not yet hit that subscription button, what are you waiting for? We need to hear from you. And Cheryl is saying that the Jamaican women, they can't medal in September. Tell us why, Cheryl. Would love to hear from you. All right, so Jamaican living in New York there. New York. All right, welcome, Eco. So happy to have you here. And Great Britain will finish ahead of Jamaica. All right. And Cheryl Campbell, welcome. Love, love, love. All right, One Nation, welcome. And that's what, okay, let me just go back and show you let me just go back and show you here. Where is it? All right, this is the relay, and here are the results. I don't know what I did there. All right, this is what we need. All right, so there you have the results there on screen for the relay, the 4x100 for women. So you can see that on screen. All right, I'll be back in the chat in a little bit, guys. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get this line set up here. But I'll just be with you in a moment. Let me see if I can get some music going. Perhaps not. But we'll figure things out. Just give me a moment, guys. I don't have my co-host here with me today. Well, at least as of now. So we're just here. All right. So what I'm going to do, I believe the line is open. So if someone could just call in, we'll just check that to see if it works. So we'll try there. So I'm going to put the WhatsApp number in the chat. Who is this? One Nation? You'll have to figure that part out, all right? Because, guys, by now you should know that we try our best to update you as best as we can. All right? All right, so here you go, the number. So we can take, one or two quick, perhaps even three quick short calls. All right, really short and spicy. And we'll try our best to. So if you just want to call and say hello, that works too. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't think we should be begging for likes and subscription. subscriptions this morning or this afternoon, wherever you're tuned in from, this evening. All right, so come on, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let's keep going. Let's go. 10 likes and 10 subscriptions. Let's go, man. We should be at 100 likes. Mindset, if you're here in the chat, let me know. Would love to hear from you today. All right, so as I shared, the first event coming up on track will be the 400-meter hurdles, as in a Diamond League event. All right, thanks, Gail. Thanks for liking. Come on, guys. We can get to 100. Let's go, man. Let's go. Support the channel. You know you can rely on us for some updates, right? And we're doing the best that we can in terms of keeping you posted, keeping you updated. All right, so we're actually sharing with you live results. All right, so let me just, and if you're just tuning in, let me also show you the relay for the men. All right, so this is here are the results on screen for the 4x100 meters for men. So I'll just keep that there so that we can have a look at that. And if you're not familiar, so the team of Rowan Watson, Oblique Seville, Kadrian Goldston, and Kishane Thompson ran, as you can see there on screen, 37.80 to win the event there in London. All right. And so they will move Jamaica into the 4x100 relay qualifying position for the Tokyo World Championship. All right, so just to let you know that Jamaica is now qualified for the Tokyo World Championships. And I guess provided that none of the two other teams, don't go back and, I guess make that time, or at least one. All right, so we'll just keep an eye for that. But at this point, they have moved into a qualifying position, all right, for Tokyo. So if you're not familiar with that, Jamaica had two opportunities at Jamaica had two opportunities at the World Relays, and unfortunately, they did not, get to meet that qualifying time because of failure to bring the baton around on those two occasions. So we know that they went to Barbados the other day recently, and they failed to get that time. Not this team, but now they got the time there in London. So we're happy for that, and happy that Jamaica now has a relay team on the men's side there in Tokyo. All right, so definitely happy for that. And let me just take a Cheyenne, welcome. So I guess Cheyenne would have just heard my explanation there. Thanks, Gail. All right, and Cheyenne there with the thumbs up. Come on, guys, let's get the likes up to 100 before the event on the track begins. All right, and we just have a few more minutes, maybe about 14, 15 minutes. All right, so for the 400 meters hurdles for women, I'm going to ask you for your predictions in the chat. All right, so as you can see, the world leading time there, Fenkeball 51.95. All right, the meeting record is 51.30 held by Fenkeball. All right, and that was set just last year at their last Diamond League stop there in London. All right, and here for this one, we'll have Daniela running from lane 1. All right, Janive running from lane 2, then Lena from lane 3, Gianna of Panama 4, Andrenet of Jamaica there 5, Fenke Ball of the Netherlands 6, Jasmine of the US 7, followed by Emma 8. All right, in lane 8. So, in terms of predictions, let me know. I'm going with Fenkable for this win, for sure. So, let me know. We should see in the context of things here, Andrenet Knight perhaps coming up, as well as Gianna Woodruff. So we'll see what happens, and we'll look out for Jasmine Jones there too. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one. So let me have your predictions in the chat. That would be fantastic. So just check in there. And Cheyenne is saying, thank God Jamaica doesn't have to run again. All right, so perhaps they might go to there was another, it was the knockout. Yes, I believe that maybe they'll go there and run. We'll see what happens. Perhaps not, or maybe they'll send a team, perhaps not of the strength, to just run there. Because imagine if they did not, make the time today, they would want teams to show up to help, right? And so perhaps they will do that, I guess, in good faith. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. So guys, come on, let's get the likes up to 100. We can definitely do that. And it's also time for roll call. So let me know where you're tuned in from. Let me know where you're tuned in from. Come on, don't be a silent supporter today. Let me know where you're tuned in from. If you're a new subscriber, let me know in the chat as well. Would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. So again, welcome one, welcome all. And let me just refresh here because sometimes, guys, I don't see the comments coming in right away, all right? And I don't know if it's a thing when we're just live, it happens perhaps, but I just need to. So I'm not seeing any new comments just yet on my side. All right, I am seeing that it looks as if we're at 40 likes. So let's keep going. 60 more. We have more than enough. Let's get it up to 100 and then we keep adding from there. And let's go. So let's go in tens. So 10-person, hit that subscription button, and also 10, hit that like button. Let's go. 10 likes, 10 subscriptions, quick and fast. All right, and let's just keep it going like that. All right, roll call, roll call. So drop your country and the flag. So the name of your country and the flag in the chat. Anthony, welcome. All right, so team 876 is here. And let me see who is the top fan so far. All right, in the number 1 spot there, top fans, we have George. So George has been sharing in the chat. Samsam in the number 2 spot. Gail in the number 3 spot. All right, in the number 4 spot, we have All in the Game. And number 5, is this Eco? So it's Naki001. All right, so that's it. All right, number 6, One Nation. Number 7, Cheyenne. And number 8, Carvin. Number 9, Cheryl. So that's Robinson. And number 10, Anthony. All right. So come on, guys. Comment. So now you're being highlighted as a top fan, and I want to acknowledge you there in the chat. So keep commenting. And if you also would like to get super in the chat, you can definitely do that, with a super sticker as well. All right, so just keep commenting there. And Gail is sharing that the US trials are fierce. And Jasmine wants to be on the team for USA. All right, so yeah, we'll definitely tune into that. We want to be here. So that's July 31st until August 3rd. Yes, so you just need to keep your post notification turned on. All right, so that will be important. Hit the subscription button, turn your post notification on. If you're in our WhatsApp group, we usually send you the link. All right, so that works too, but we want you to be subscribed and you have your post notification on, so that's good. Joseph, welcome. All right, tuned in from Jamaica, Voices in Education. It's a lifesaver. We're happy that we're here, Joseph, and we can bring you the updates as best as we can. All right, so come on, still roll call, roll call, roll call. We're getting closer to the event there on the track. All right, so roll call, roll call. Come on, guys. Hit the like button as well, hit the subscription button, and let me know where you're tuned in from. All right, so let's go, let's go. So right now, to get to our target here, we need about 44 more likes. All right, we can definitely do it because we have the number here to do that. So let's keep going. We should not be begging, guys. Come on, let's do it. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're new to this space, again, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way, so we do not belittle anyone. We do not disrespect, we do not bash anyone. All right, we just keep it real and respectful. We understand too that we share different views, and that is totally okay. We just share in a respectful way. All right, because there is so much richness in diversity, and we're here to learn from each other. So I am here to learn from you too. So don't be afraid to share in the chat. You know that is fantastic as well, and we love that. We appreciate that. So continue to do that for us, and let's continue to keep the chat going as well. All right, Michelle, welcome. All right, and the 100 meters, no, not yet. That's later down in the program. So the first event coming on track is the the 400-meter hurdles for women. Matt Morgan, thanks for liking. All right, keep going, guys. Keep going. All right, Iris, so Jamaica. What a nice place we live. Sweet Jamdong. All right, come on in, Jamaica. How about St. Lucia? Come on. How about the other Caribbean countries? Come on. How about Uganda? How about Botswana? Come on, Nigeria. Who else is here? Let us know in the chat. Come on, come on, come on. London, are you here? All right, so we're definitely getting ready for that event there on screen, the 400-meter hurdles. So come on, guys, keep hitting that like button. And remember, we need to get to the 100 likes before the hurdles, all right? And we're about 6 minutes away. So let's see if we'll get there. Come on, come on. We can do it. We can do it. And let's see who is still at number one top fan. It's still George, Sam in two, followed by Gail. All right. So I don't know how that changes. So I guess if you keep commenting, I don't know. Blessed, welcome. Good morning to you too. All right. So we're here and getting ready, right? If you like it, guys, like it. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're soup. Is there anyone under pressure this morning or this afternoon, this evening? Let us know, let us know, let us know. All right, so again, welcome, welcome. So we're going to switch gears here a little bit just in terms of setting up to get ready for the hurdles, Musselman, St. Kitts, all right. St. Kitts and Nevis, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. God Target, welcome. All right, Jessette, all right, good morning to you. And Jessette is tuning from New York, all right, Jamaican there. All right, come on in the chat, guys. Yes, it's free to comment. So come on in the chat and let us just chat and we keep this conversation going. Sometimes it can be lonely on this side. So I really appreciate the comments, all right, and the conversation that is going on in the chat so that we can definitely keep going on this side as well. All right, so again, guys, let me just see if I can get my things set up here. Welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. All right, would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. And just know that we are here to bring you the updates as best as we can. So again, welcome one, welcome all, and I hope that you're still hearing me loud and clear in the chat there. And I'm just going to try something here. All right, so let me know if you're still hearing me loud and clear in the chat. All right, we're just switching up a little bit here. Thank you so much, Iris. You're doing a good job. Thank you so much. We're trying, and it's just I'm just here alone, home alone, or live alone at this point. All right, and Anthony, Jamaicans and the Caribbean. So Caribbean athletes will be shining in London today. All right, fantastic. And we're over 200 strong. I am not seeing the 100 likes just yet. And God Target, any new men's long jump in a little bit, I'll just check on that for you. All right, so just give me a moment and we'll definitely see. All right, so I can tell you that, it's a big crowd there in London. And mindset, if you're here, let me know. And let's see here. So let me just quickly go here. You asked about the long jump. So let's just see here the situation here. All right, so Wayne Pinnock, and we know how that goes. Looks to be the one here taking this one, followed by Miltiadis. All right, Carrie McLeod, then Mattia, Simon, Liam, Samuel, Tajay did not start there. All right, so we're going to go back to the 400-meter hurdles because that's the event there for us on track, and we're definitely going to watch on screen here. All right, so in the context of what we are expecting, I'm expecting Thinkable to take this one. So we'll have Daniela, Janive, all right, Lena, Gianna, Andrenet, Fenke, Jasmine, and Emma. Again, welcome one, welcome all. The track is wet there in London, as someone shared in the chat earlier. And as you can see there, hurdle number one being cleared. All right, I won't spoil it for you. Let's just watch this live. This unfolds live on screen there, and we'll definitely see what happens. But it's a very wet track, and perhaps not expecting anything super on the track unless that should drain pretty well. All right, but we'll definitely see what happens for sure. And please, if you're not hearing me at any point, let me know in the chat. So we'll let's just see, and I'll definitely take you through this one. All right, after everything there has been confirmed on screen. All right, so again, as you can see there, 5210 for Fenkable. All right, so, and I can tell you, so Andranet Knight got a good start, and then as you can see on screen, the results coming in: Jasmine 5318, Andranet 5379. All right, so Jasmine Jones absolutely excited there and ran very well. All right. So Fenkeball, as always, into the home stretch into the lead there. And Fenkeball, outran the field. And Jasmine, that was a good run. Andrea there. Gianna Rudolph in the number 4 spot. Emma, followed by Lena, then Daniela, then Janive. All right. And you can see the results there on screen. And Fenkeball timed that race very well. She did not expend a lot coming, around. She just timed that perfectly, got onto the straight, and then took control of that run. So that was a fantastic run there. All right, welcome, Bet. Welcome. In a little bit, I'll just let you know. All right. I don't like that name, but Fizz, welcome, welcome. And they won't stop until they what would you say, the transfer. So even once they show up at any Diamond League event, that's the situation, because it takes some time before they can run officially for, the other country. So all right, so we'll definitely see. All right, and Anthony there sharing that Russell is making a comeback from a major injury. Are we at 100 likes? Can somebody let me know? Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. We should be at 100 likes before this one. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, and if you'd like to get super in the chat, you can definitely get super in the chat. And I just need to be reminded that I've switched systems. So if you're hearing me and it's a bit low, just let me know, guys. All right. So as we continue to grow here, so let's take a look at the next event that is coming up on the track. All right, so the pole vault for women, that is that's running actually. All right, and the high jump for women, that's coming up. So the next event on the track is going to be the 800 meters, and that comes up in about 6 minutes or so, followed by the 5,000 meters for women final. So someone asked just now about the 5,000 meters. So that comes up in about, let's see, I'm trying to work out the time here. In a few minutes, so less than 20 minutes, so about 17 minutes or so, the 5,000 meters will come up there. All right, so we're going to just quickly look at the pole vault here just to see. and I'll just show you that on screen. That is running. All right, so Molly there, Katie, Angelica, Amali, Tina, Marie, Julie, Emily, and Olivia. All right, so we'll definitely check back on this one for sure. And let's just go here. The next one here, the high jump, this is coming up. And let's just take a look at the competitors for this one. Seems like my voice is going, guys. All right, Imke Lamara, Elena Charity, Christina Morgan, Eleanor, and Yaroslava. All right, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that one. And the next event that we're going to pay attention to, all right, on the track. Oh gosh, my voice is going, guys. It's the 800 meters for men. All right, so this is the event. So the world leading time there held by Emmanuel 141.44. All right, the meeting record 142.05. And that was set back in 2018, July 2018. All right. And, by another Kenyan. All right. Kip Curry. All right, Emmanuel. And we'll definitely see what happens in this one. So when we look here, we have Ethan, Andreas, Mark, Donovan, Ben, Mohammed, Marco, Emmanuel, all right, the Kenyan, Bryce, Max, Patrick. All right, so for this one, Emmanuel of Kenya obviously is a favorite here, but we should be looking out too for, is this Mohammed? We can look out for Mohammed of Spain, as well as Bryce, and I believe Marco. I don't know if we're going to see Arab of Canada coming in this one, but definitely the Kenyan. And we look out for Mohammed of Spain, as well as Bryce, and maybe Max of Great Britain. We'll definitely see what happens. All right, so this one comes up in a little bit, and I'm trying to get into the chat here again to see what's going on. And let's see here. Garmel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes going. 84 likes. All right. Garmel, welcome. Happy to have you. World stand as in the qualifying time for the 400-meter hurdles. I'll have to just go check my notes if that's what you want there, Gail. All right. And Garmel is saying, yes, guys, over 200 watching here. Come on, we need to get up to 200 likes. And I've been begging for 100. So good, let's go to 200, guys. And all right, Gail. All right, so come on, guys, let's do that. And let us just continue to grow stronger together. So if you're here, welcome. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, as we continue to keep this one going. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you here with us. And I'll be in the chat in a little bit. So we'll have the 800 meters on the track. So in any moment now, we'll see the screen going. And let me just come back in the chat here. Oh, yes, Gail, I have water. Thank you. Thank you. The voice, it will come back. It will come back. So I'll try my best to I'll try my best to take care of it. So you see, guys, come on, man. Don't let me ask you for one more like or a subscription. Let's just do it. All right. And Hilton, welcome. And good morning, voices, and everyone on the platform. Good morning to you too. And looks like we're over the 100 mark. So let's keep going, guys. And hit that subscription button as well. So can we do like 10 big likes and 10 big subscriptions? And let me just make sure that we have this thing set here so we don't miss out. And we'll definitely watch this one on screen. All right, so we're here. Welcome one, welcome all. All right, so the 800 meters on a track there, and we'll see what happens. So again, the track is wet, so maybe that will prevent us from seeing some exceptional times. All right, so we'll just pay attention to the screen here. And we'll definitely see what happens. All right, so Ilton, the men, they got a qualifying time. So they are in a qualifying position for Tokyo at this point, the Jamaican team. All right, so as you can see there, 100 meters. And we'll just keep watching that 800 meters on screen. All right, so not going to spoil this one. We'll just watch and see, and then we talk afterwards. So just over 300 meters there. All right, just over 400 meters in this one. And we should see some change here because the pacer should be out at this point. All right, so all right, look at this. Just watch your screen. Won't spoil anything. And just about 100 meters or less to go in this one. And we'll definitely see the results in a bit on your screen there. All right, so we'll just wait for this one. All right, so Wyoming definitely positioned himself to take over this race once the pacemaker left the race. And that was definitely what happened. 1:42.00, and it's a meeting record. But at one point, a Rupp of Canada outpassed Wyoming All right, and Wyoming was there in the number 3 spot, but Wyoming obviously timed the run very well, and I'm telling you, came back with some strength. And Marco Arop could not maintain that to the line. So it was a fantastic race to watch. So Emmanuel 142.00, Marco 142.22, and I'm happy to see Marco, the Canadian, coming back here with a season best time. Max of Great Britain was in the number 3 spot, 142.36, followed by Bryce, 142.71. And the remaining times they will come in there. All right, so again, congratulations to the Kenyan Wyoni, and well done to Marco, to see Marco just coming back in with a season best time here. That is fantastic. You're definitely welcome, Ilton. All right, so come on, guys. If you have not yet hit the like button, if you have not yet hit the subscription button, what are you waiting for? Come on now, like, guys, and subscribe. That's how we can continue to build this platform so that we can continue to grow stronger together. We should have, at least, 200 likes here. All right, so let's get it to 150, and let us just continue to move into 200. We can definitely do that. And if you'd like to get super in the chat, you can definitely get super in the chat. Other than that, ensure that you have hit the like button and the subscription button, and also share. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the voices in education. All right, so all the results are now on screen, so you can definitely take a look at those results there. All right. And again, welcome. I see you there, Ilton, in the chat. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Ovi, I know you're here. Hello, welcome. I'm not sure if you're able to join us, but let me know.
Yes, I am here, and I was just watching that 800 meters. But I just want to I just want to welcome each and everyone that is here. Guys, once you're here, please just hit the like button and the subscription button and help us to continue to grow as we are witnessing some great performances here. And I just want to add a little bit to what you've said about the 800 meters. You know, Wyoming Emmanuel Wyoming, he did really well in the last, let's say, about 80 meters of that race. Marco took charge of the race at about 200, with about 200 meters to go, and he came back at about 50, 60 meters to go, and passed him around about 20 meters before crossing the line. But probably Marco made a mistake by not closing off the inside of the lane because he was passed on the inside, and that made less work for you know Wyoming to do in that case. So maybe that's something else that he could look on in terms of strategizing, but a brilliant race nonetheless. Back over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that perspective. All right. So, yes. So, some things that I guess athletes they'll go back and review and try to ensure that, they're fixing or at least aware of in the context of, when it gets to that rural stage. So, for sure, this is why, races are important. It helps athletes to correct certain things as opposed to just being in training. All right, so the next event that is coming up in about 2 minutes or so is the 5,000 meters for women. And as always, we're going to watch this on screen. And if you'd like to give us a call, now is the time to do that too. In this event, I'm not sure if my music is going to work, and I really don't want to be disconnected, guys. So perhaps we won't have the music. for this one that we usually have, but perhaps I'll try to see if that's the thing here. It might just go dark on screen a little bit. All right. And we'll definitely see what happens. All right. So let us just continue to grow stronger here. And I'm just going to try to see. So you're just going to see a dark screen, but for sure, I am still here. And I am just checking to see what will happen here in the context of what it is that I have here. And it should be good.
Just to pop in
Yeah,
again,
you can do that. I'll just
just
let you know.
yes, all right. So, I want to congratulate the men relay team for qualifying, well, running a qualifying time. So, really happy that they could do that. I guess they will have their eyes out to make sure that, they maintain that spot for the world championship. But it's always good to have the Jamaican team in the relays. And I tell you, I think it has the potential to be a winning team there in the world championship. We haven't had a strong male team for a little while now, so it's good that we have, it's good that the Jamaican team have run that time, and hopefully they'll be able to maintain a position for the world champs. The rivalry between Jamaica and US, especially in the relays, have been really, really awesome to see over the years. So it would be really a loss not to have the Jamaican team in there, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to rise to the occasion and take this one once they are able to maintain their spot and get there. As I'm going to ask you guys to rise to the occasion too. If you're here, you haven't hit the like button, haven't hit the subscription button, please do that now. Get us up to 200 likes. Let's see if we can achieve that target, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and make sure that you continue to support us. If you're a new subscriber, please let us know in the chat so that we can give you a warm Voices in Education welcome. That's what we do over here. We appreciate our members, and we appreciate all the contribution that you guys have made and is going to make here. So we really appreciate that. And you just want to say special thanks to the top fans too who are there. I'm not seeing the list right now, but I can see the little crown beside your name, and that really, really warms our heart. We love when you communicate with us and interact with us in the chat. We are stronger together, as is you're always told, because you're sharing information that we might not have, and we're sharing information. When we put that together, it makes a you know, wonderful amount of information that we have here. Thank you guys. Continue to keep this platform a safe space in which we can interact and talk about, track and field. And I am excited for the US champs coming up. Not champs, but the US trials coming up at the end of the month. That is going to be awesome, and we would love to, share that experience with you. So, guys, if you're here, you haven't hit the like button, haven't hit the subscription button, what are you waiting for? We really want you to be here to enjoy those experiences, and we want to share that with you. So, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please consider doing so. Hit the subscription button and help us to continue to grow. We really, really appreciate you.
All right, fantastic. So as you can see on screen there, the 5,000 meters that is on its way. All right, I don't think I was any more successful in terms of getting the music going. but I really don't want to trouble this screen too much and then we lose this connection. So I'm going to be very mindful and careful with that. So we want to hear from you. And I know persons have been asking about the relays and what I can tell you from the men's side is that the button changes were not necessarily the best, especially on that final changeover. And so to Kishane, that one was perhaps the most evident to me in the context of Jamaica needing more practice where, passes are concerned, because the speed is good, but if you can't get that stick around, then definitely we have a problem there. So it was good to see. It was good to see that, they have qualified, but we want to ensure too that they're passing that stick around as best as possible to maximize on the speed and to ensure that they are in there. All right. And Garmel, I see the comments there, and to each his own. All right, Tech Gaming, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're welcome there, Tech Gaming. And if you have not yet hit that like button and that subscription button, what are you waiting for? So now just over 1,200 meters, and we have Fort Yen, followed by Medina, then Yenawa, then Fante, followed by Irut. All right, so we'll keep an eye on the 5,000 meters, and that's happening there on screen. So you want to ensure that you are glued to your screen and listening to us. Ensure that you have hit the like button and the subscription button as well. Come on, let's get the likes up to 150. Let's keep the comments coming in the chat. All right. Yes, Tech Gaming, they qualified. They ran a qualifying time. Let's put it that way, because perhaps somebody could displace them. So they ran a qualifying time. All right. So they're good with the time at this point. All right. So just over 1,600 meters, and for Yen, Medina, Fante, Marta coming up there, and Irut followed by Yenawa. All right, so we'll just keep an eye on that. All right, and see how that unfolds. Is there anyone here from Great Britain? I doubt it. Ethiopia. How about Kenya? Japan, Australia, Belgium, Netherlands. Let me know who is here. Let me know who is here in the chat there. And again, welcome, welcome to all the top fans here. Welcome. So just over 2,000 meters here. All right, Fort Yen, Medina, followed by Fante, Marta, Irut. All right, so the pacer is out. All right, so we'll definitely see. So Fatien there in the number one spot, then Medina, then Fante, then Marta, then Irut. So we'll keep an eye on this one as we get closer to that 5K mark. All right, let's see where we're at in the context of the likes here. Come on, guys, we're getting closer. And Wendy, welcome, welcome. And Gail is, I guess sharing what we just said there, or confirming or emphasizing that the button change is the passing the button is definitely crucial, and you can have the best printers. Mistakes, unfortunately, can cost the victor definitely, and have to go with the Kenyans. All right, Hilton. All right, so we're definitely here. So 2,400 meters. All right, and we have Fatien, Medina, Fante, Marta, Irot. So that's the top five there on screen.
I'm going to jump in back.
Sure.
I agree with Gail on that one, but it's based on what you shared too. It's understandable why the baton exchange to Kishan wasn't as smooth because you remember in the relay competition earlier, he didn't get a chance to get the baton because it's always something always happens down the backstretch. So let us just appreciate the improvement in the fact that they were able to get the baton around the field. So hopefully they'll continue to work and improve on their passing. But we just have to congratulate them and hope for the best going forward.
I think it's a point where we don't appreciate that they got the button around. I don't think that's the context. We're just sharing that, they just need some more practice. Everybody at this point is appreciative. I would want to think, if you're a Jamaican and just knowing the situation, and then the dynamics of the team changed, and so it's not the same, all the same people who were in the world relays that took part in this one. So we don't have, for example, Johan Blake is not in there, so the dynamics, they change. And so I think we're much appreciative of the fact that Jamaica got a qualifying time, but it does not mean that we don't see, and there can definitely be improvements where those changes are concerned.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so just over 3,000 meters, and we have Fatien, Medina, Fante, Marta, followed by Irut. All right, so we'll just keep monitoring that 5K run on screen there. All right, so we'll definitely see the outcome together on screen. So let's see. All right, OJ, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. Let us just continue to grow stronger together, guys. And Avi, I'm just going to throw it over to you there.
Okay. All right, guys, continue to give us your support. Could somebody indicate how much we are as it relates to our likes? Now, let's see if we have gone past the 100 mark, and let's see how much we need for 200. So quickly check and let us know, guys. We really, really appreciate your support. So continue to hit the like button, hit the subscription button, continue to help us to grow as we really appreciate your support right here. So, yes, I'm looking out as I am Gail saying that the Ethiopian sprinters are together. All right. They normally work in teams, to be honest, and they strategize, but they'll definitely break away when it comes out to the last 400 meters or so. So there are approximately 3,000 meters now into this one, and the Kenyans, as Gail said, they are leading out this one, taking up the top five spots there. So let's see how things pan out in this one. 3,600 meters now, and we have the athletes they're going well. And it might be a clean sweep here for the Ethiopians. Let me know if you think it's going to be a clean sweep for the Ethiopians in the chat. 4,000 meters now in this one as the athletes are heading toward the finish in the last 1,000 meters of this race. So Let me know your predictions in the chat, guys. Drop your predictions in the chat, please. Tell us who you think will take this one. And while you're doing that, remember to close the chat, hit that thumbs up button so we can continue to grow. We really, really crave your support. And guys, we really appreciate all the persons who have stick and stayed here with us. You know, you have found this channel, you've subscribed, you've liked, and you've always been here whenever we go live. Remember that your contributions here is really appreciated. And all the other persons who come in from time to time, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, please, as we watch this one unfold. We have 4,400 meters gone in this one, and this one is coming closer to the end. It's still the Ethiopians in the top four spots, and we see some movement happening here as Davis from Australia is coming up now. She's in the third spot. So it's Ethiopia one and two with Australia in the third spot there. 400 meters to do, quarter mile left in this one. Who will take it? Let's see how this one pans out. So continue to support us, guys. Let me know what you're thinking in the chat. As the Ethiopians, they have all they're blocking out those podium spots now. 300 meters to go in this one. Let's see how this one will finish up. Continue looking on screen, guys. 200 meters left in this one. They're coming around that final curve now. And now you'll see the athletes jostling for that first spot as the Ethiopian I started that person still leading out there. So let's see what will happen with this one. 100 meters to go in this one. Let's see how this one will pan out here. But good running here by the athletes as they continue. So yes, it's all done now, and it is Kenya takes it with Isa 14 minutes 30:57 as we watch the other times being populated as we have Fontaine, Fontaine rather 14:30:90. And Rose Davis made some good movements in the last of 400 or so meters of the race, taking third position, 14:31:45. And the other times will populate, and you can see those on a screen. But a great run here by the Kenyans. Good move by the Australian to take that third spot. So thank you guys for being here with us. We really, really appreciate you as we watch this one populating. Let me see if I can find the chat. All right, so Gail are saying they're good sprinters towards the 100 meters mark. I agree with that one too. They normally save a little bit of energy to push for that final part of the race, but good going here by the athletes. And, you know, we really appreciate what they have done so far. Not an easy race to be running for 15, 15 plus minutes. And these athletes, they save a little to the end, and that is always good to see. But, you know, athletics are standing large and is in charge here. So good running here from these athletes. So guys, remember to close the chat, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and continue to help us to grow. Are you still here with me, my co-host?
Yeah, I'm here. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, as we see the results, let me just scroll down here, and we're just waiting for the remaining results to pop up on screen here. All right. So again, thank you so much. I can let you know now that Gail is the number one top fan for this stream so far. So you just gotta keep active in the chat. Ensure that you hit the like button, hit that subscription button, and just keep the chat going. Or if you want to get super in the chat so that with a sticker you stand out, that is also, that will be good. All right, so we're about 8 away from that 150 mark in terms of likes. We can definitely do that. So come on, 10 persons to hit the like button and 10 persons to hit the subscription button. That would be fantastic. All right, so we're just going to move now to the next event, and I am going to just have a question here because I really want to ask you this question. The next event on track is going to be the 800 meters for women in about 7 minutes. But I want to ask you about this event, this 100 meters. All right, for men, the world lead is 975. Now, when we did the pre-race updates, I was asking if we believe Oblique is going to run, right? And Akeem Blake, I don't believe Akeem Blake is going to run in this one either. And I was saying perhaps Oblique should sit this one out. So if Oblique does not start, I would not be surprised. All right. But let's say Oblique is in this race. I am not expecting to see Akeem. Let's say Oblique is in this race. All right. Oblique Lyles. Who will win? All right, let's see. I'm going to put Let's See as a 200 specialist, but not to count out Let's See. Akane Simbini is in this one. But remember, these two are going to go head to head again. So remember what happened in Jamaica with Lyles and Seville. And we want to see this again. So Lyles Seville. Who will take this one if Oblique Seville actually runs here? My thing is perhaps he should not, but let's see. But let's see. It's like let's see, even let's see, perhaps is in there. But I'm looking forward to this one. So we want to hear from you in the chat there as well. All right. And Garmel is saying, keep it going, Gail. All right. Fantastic. Okay, listen. You know that I'm biased. I am only cheering and rooting for Noah. And we know that you're American, so it's good to have you here. So we expect that, and that's fine, Gail. And that's the beauty of our space here. This channel. We understand that we share different views, and that is totally okay. So if you're an American, we welcome you with open arms. You're a Jamaican. We welcome you here. We understand if, wherever you're tuned in from, whichever team you're supporting country. All right. At the end of the day, we're here because we love the sport, right? We love track. We love track and field. So we appreciate that. All right. We appreciate that. So no worries about that, Gail. No worries about that for sure. All right, so Gail is all for Lyles, and I guess those comments will come in the chat. So who is going to take that 100 meters? And we know Lyles is one determined athlete for sure. He's going out there and he's going to put it out all on the track, whether it is his first race or the last race. So we're definitely looking forward to seeing this one unfold. All right, so again, welcome, and let me just call out top 10 in terms of our top fans right now for this stream. So we have Gail, George, Samsung next, and Fishing for Tech Gaming in 5, All in the Game in 6, C. Hilton in 7, Anthony in 8, and perhaps this is Eco or Naki in 9, One Nation in 10. So the top 10 there. All right, so let's just keep the chat going and let's get up there. Or if you should give a super chat, super sticker, that should automatically push you up too. So let's keep going. We're 5 away, it appears, from that 150 likes. And let's just keep that going. So hit the like button, hit the subscription button, guys. So can we have 10 to hit the like button and 10 to hit the subscription button? Yes, he was sharing about some injury. So yeah. And he wanted to do 3 back-to-back races, and I think his coach said no, just these 2. So yeah. And remember now, guys, Noah Lyles does not have to run at the US trials, right? Lyles have the buys. All right, so that's something to note as well. And Hilton is saying, I'm rooting for Oblique if he is fit to enter the race. All right, don't, I guess Oblique should not hurt himself there for sure. For sure. And that's my concern there. But we'll definitely see what happens there. And Anthony is saying great interaction. Thank you, Anthony. And we like the interaction that is coming from you guys in the chat there as well, because that is important and we appreciate you, and we're always going to try to ensure that we're acknowledging you in the chat. All right, you're valued community members of this space and we really appreciate that. So just to let you guys know. All right, so the 800 meters, this is coming up in a little bit. Your screen will be going. We have Claudia, Anna, Natalia Gould topping, Alima, Sarah, Addison, Gemma, Georgia, Shafiqua. All right, Laura, Lizanne, the pacer there. All right, so this one is definitely a good one. We can look out for Addison, Sarah Billings, Alima, Shafiqua. I perhaps there. So we'll see what happens in this one for sure. All right, but I guess the top contenders, Addison, Alima, and perhaps Sarah. So we'll see that go on screen there any moment now. Is there anyone tuned in from Jamaica, Uganda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Netherlands, Great Britain, Australia? All right, the race is on screen there now, guys. And we'll just keep watching there. All right, and we'll see what happens. All right, in this one. And I'll just get back in the chat here. Garmel is sharing. Remember that Tebogo finished second behind Lyles, beating Civilian News in 2023. He's a well-rounded sprinter for sure, but given this one-off race, perhaps, we'll see what he has. But I would you definitely push at Tebogo in the 200 for sure. And Anthony is saying, hoping Ghoul can run 158 or lows. All right. So we'll see what happens. And Garmel, US Jamaica. And the weather, the track was wet. And I'll tell you in a little bit, it it's looking better, which is good. So perhaps that will help the later events. Still seeing a little bit of wetness, a little bit of water on the track, but not so much as in the earlier races. All right, so perhaps that will look better for sure. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens here. 600 meters, 700 meters, and let's see here. Not going to spoil it here. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, and this one is all done. This one is all done. And we'll see here. So 156.74. All right, for Georgia Bell, taking this one. Addison, 157.43. And it's a good run from Bell. But Gould Toppin was just down in the back there trying to fight for a chance, and we'll see here. But a very good run from Georgia. And let me tell you, Addison was good to take that over Alima in terms of that second spot there. All right, so we're just waiting for the times to populate there. So we'll just wait for the times to come in. All right, so Claudia, they're coming in 158.02. All right, so we'll see the remaining times coming up on screen there. All right, let me just take a look in the chat. And Garmal is saying if Civil is fit and ready to go, Lyles will not, I guess, yeah, will not win. All right, so Wendy's going for Civil. Yeah, I believe that too. Once Civil is good, I don't think Lyles is going to win Civil. So if Civil is in that race and at least how we looked in the semis at the Jamaica trials, then he's going to take that. But yeah, I'm just kind of, fearful or worried about Civil and, feeling those cramps or whatever it is. All right, so the remaining times coming in here: Shafiqua 158.47, Gemma 158.76, Sarah 158.99, Ghoul Topping 159.27. All right, so we'll just wait there. And Anthony is saying 200 for Lyles and 100 for Civil. All right, so come on, guys. We're over that 150 mark, it appears. So let's keep hitting the like button. Let's get the likes up. Looks like we're at about just at 150. So we have 50 more likes and we get to that 200 mark. We can definitely do it. So 10 persons hit the like button and 10 hit that subscription button. And once you subscribe, comment in the chat and let me know. All right. Would love to give you a big Voices in Education welcome. And so the remaining times here: Anna 20078, Laura 20095. So the 800 meters there, guys. All right, so we're going and we're going and we're going. And let's just take a look here. The next event is going to be the 400 meters for men. All right, so that's the event that is coming up next in about 5 minutes or so. Now, for this event, Zakiti of South Africa were leading time 43.76. The meeting record here is 43.74, held by their very own Matthew Hudson Smith. All right, so in lane 1, we should see Toby. Lane 2, Reese. Next, Colin in lane 3. So Bayapo in 4. Matthew Hudson Smith, the favorite here. All right, should be in lane 5. Well, Zakiti is here. Let me just remember that. Lane 6, Charles in 7, Vernon in 8. But so right now, what I would say in terms of, we're going to have Colin there. All right, so we're going to look for Colin, Bayapo, Zakiti for sure. Verna, no, it's a really good race. Matty Odds Smith, like it's a really good field right now. It's a really good field, but I don't know. The Botswana, the athletes from Botswana, they should be making some statement here. So Colin and Bayapo, um, so we'll definitely see what happens, and Zakiti is in there as well. So that, Matthew Smith, all right, is also there, and he'll be running. He's at home, so that's an advantage, and that is something that you will want to capitalize on, being at home. So we'll see what happens. Matthew Smith is going to be in the mix there. So guys, let me know before this one gets on its way. Before this one gets on its way, who are you taking for this one? And one day, hopefully, a Jamaican will be in the 5,000 meters. All right, Joseph? And Gail is saying Laz is going to take it toward the line. All right, that's Laz specialty, Gail. Just kidding. All right, and all in the game. Okay, baby steps. All right. And we have to be more competitive in the 800 meters first. So we'll definitely see what happens. And yeah. All right, Ovi, are you still here and want to share? All
Yes,
right. Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
still here and, loving the conversations that are happening as it relates to the 100 meters. I'm going to go back to the 800 meters and just hope that a Gould Topping will continue to improve. She has always been there or thereabouts, but hopefully she'll find, an additional gear to step forward in these competitions, and continue to improve on her performances. But the 100 meters, I think the Jamaicans are very, very, it's an event that the Jamaicans hold very sacred. So if for Seville goes in that one, he is going to go there and he's going to try to beat Noah because they don't want Noah to have any form of success in that race, especially if they're there. So, it's going to be an interesting face off between Seville and Noah. And, a fit Seville will definitely, in my opinion, beat Noah. But Noah is always a competitor and, someone you have to look out for in 100 meters race. So it's going to be a really interesting one, a decent field there as well. So, let's see how that one pans out.
All right, fantastic. So we'll see the 400 meters going any moment now on your screen. All right, so it's going to be an exciting one to watch here. And just looking in the chat, all in the game is saying Otso Smith. I guess if he's in form, then he should take this one. For sure. And going to the top fans, all right, let's go with the top five here. So, or let's go top 10. Number one, we have Gail. The next, all in the game, followed by Anthony, then George, Samsung, Fizz Tech Gaming, all right, Hilton, Naki, One Nation, all right, so the top 10 there. All right, let's keep the chat going and we'll definitely see what happens. And Tomioka, welcome. Good afternoon. All right, we'll definitely do that. Good afternoon is in the 1 mile perhaps coming up. All right, so we'll definitely see here the 400 meters, and there it is on screen, guys. It's gone. It's off. And we'll definitely keep an eye on that for sure. All right, so 250, 300 meters gone in this one. And we'll see what happens here. And we're gonna wait for the times to come in. The British athletes, wow, 44-14 for Charles Dobson, 44-27 for Matthew Otsa Smith. All right, so we'll wait for the other times as they populate. All right, Norwood there coming in. All right, so just to let you know, Matthew Smith was trailing a bit. Vernon Norwood came off very good, but was not able to maintain that. And Matthew Smith was trying to get that win, and perhaps he thought he got that win, but Charles just flew in, literally to take that on the line. So it's always good to run through because you can't see what's happening behind. Because I believe Matthew Hudson Smith believed he got this one. And Dobson just flew in like a jet because he was like, okay, I have this covered. And then, unfortunately, he lost it on the line to, I guess, his fellow countryman there. But Matthew Smith believed he got this one in the bag, but it is what it is there. All right, so Colin 4451, Reese 4476, Bayapo 4530, and Toby there 4541. So you just need to run straight through because he was perhaps thinking that, I have this one. He slowed down just a few meters there before crossing the line, and then Dobson just flew in past all of them there, including Nene, and that was it. At least from my vantage point there. So I don't know if Ovi, if you have anything to add to that before we move on.
For sure. A brilliant run by Dobson. He came from literally nowhere in the last 40 or so meters of the race, and he ran a personal best to do this too. The competition, they could not see him coming through because he was out of the frame for the last 40 meters or so, but he finished really strongly. And, Matthew was shaking his head at the end of the race. He couldn't believe that he didn't take that one. And, I guess he can only say, thank God he didn't break my meeting record. But, you made a valid point there. You can't take anything for granted. If you're going for the win, make sure you close out your race, because if you don't, someone could sneak up on you and take that one. And, that's what happened. A brilliant run from Charles. And, the other athletes did really, really well, but that was a brilliant move from him the last 40 meters or so of that race.
Fantastic there. So the results are on screen there, and let me just look in the chat, and we're seeing all in the game is saying 4x4. Okay, will be one to watch there in Tokyo. Ilton is saying congrats to the Brits. Cheryl is saying no one is beating Lyles in the 100 or 200 this year. All right, and Tech Gaming, that is coming up. Perhaps about 2-3 races to come for the 100. Cheryl is predicting now a 974. All right, so we'll see. And Simbini second in that 100. And Tomioka in a little bit will get there. And Gail is saying, well, congratulations to the British sprinters. Norwood was close to third place, but Nene was closer for sure. All right, so the next event here is the 1 mile event, and that comes up in about 4 minutes or so. And for this one, we are expecting these athletes, all right? And we'll just watch this one on screen. All right, so it's perhaps going to take us a little over 4 minutes for this one. Gea, Abby, Salome, Veronica, Agate, Esther, Marta, Katie, Erin, Linden, all right, Reve, Burke, Sinclair, Sarah, Jessica, Godaf Sege, and we have the pacer Catriona here. So you guys can let me know who you're cheering for. All right, and the world leading time is held by Heather of the US. All right, 4:17:01. The meeting record was set by Stefan Hassan back in 2018, 4:14:71. All right, so we'll definitely keep an eye on this one for sure. And as we know, everyone is all excited about the 100 meters coming up, and Cheryl is saying Noah is going to drop a new PB today on the wet track, Cheryl. All right, we're excited, and we want to see that happen because it just gets us more excited to see what the all the other athletes would respond to something like that. So for sure. All right, and Tomioka is saying for this 1 mile, Jessica Hull and Godaf Sege. All right, so we'll definitely see. All right, come on, guys. If you have not yet hit the like button and the subscription button, what are you waiting for? Come on, 10 to hit the like button and 10 to hit that subscription button. All right, and let's keep the chat going. Remember, we have some top fans, and if you get one of those crowns, all right, it means that your interaction, you're definitely interacting with us. All right, so that is definitely good. We want the interaction, so keep those comments coming in. We really appreciate them, and absolutely keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing. Ovi, do you have any comments?
Yeah, well, it's exciting times coming up as persons are making their predictions as it relates to what will happen in that 100 meters race. Well, I'm interested to see who will field that one. And if, as Cheryl said, if Lyles is going to run a PB, then he's going to need some good competition in that one as well. So if Civil is there and he runs the PB, it means that it's going to be an awesome, awesome race. And that's what we want. So, yes, guys, continue to support us, continue to stay here with us as we watch this one unfold because, this is going to be, you know, this is like when you get a little taste out of mommy pot before the pot finish cook. You know that, right? Sweet up your mouth. Because this is what we're doing before the World Championship comes in. And this one is not, this one is going to be another cracker, that 100 meters race there. So, yes, let's see how things go. And, persons, I'm seeing a few persons here putting in 974. So, want, I guess, the Lyles to have that world leading time. So let's see if we'll get a world leading time here as well. PB world leading time. That would be good for Lyles for sure. But yes, let's see how that one unfolds. We really, really can't wait to see that one. Guys, if you're here with us and you haven't hit this like button yet, you haven't hit the subscription button, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn your post notification on so that we can continue to grow here. We love the space, we love the interactions that are coming through, and please, we're asking you to give us some support in that regard.
All right, so the 1 mile event, that's on the screen there, and we'll definitely just keep an eye out on this one for sure. And we'll be with you here and just in the chat. Dalton, in a little bit, I'll let you know. I just can't switch the screen right now. All right. So again, I'll just try to check on that for you and let you know. And let's see here. Garwell is saying if Lyles run 974. All right, Garwell. Oh wow, I love you guys there in the chat. And Tomioka is saying also Burkett Halem can respond. All right. So we're definitely seeing. So Godaf Sege there. We'll definitely see Burkett is there. Right now they're outrunning the pacer, but we'll definitely see what happens. And if lights are on, the meet record 414. It can be okay. All right, Tamioka, we'll definitely see. And Gail is saying this one is difficult to say too, but these are good sprinters. So I'm looking forward for the European sprinters to be on the podium. Oh, you mean for the 1 mile, I guess. And Gail is also saying Noah Lyles is not 100% until no, he's good now, Gail. He said he was out, right? That's my understanding. That's why he was not competing all season, and he came back. Remember, he did that run in the 200. So that's my understanding. I could be wrong. All right, so just 900 meters in this one. And all right, we have Godaf, Burke, Jessica, Sinclair just coming up there. And you see that is also changing as we speak, as they hit that 1K mark. So we're here and we're watching. All right, so that is fantastic. So I think Noah is good to run. Noah wanted to do 3 back to back, and the coach said, no, take it easy. So Noah is ready, up and ready. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. And I mean, if we're going to say that about Noah, Civil isn't 100% either. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens between them and the other athletes. Because there are other athletes in the race that could just surprise us all. I remember I said to you, I just perhaps have the feeling that Civil is not going to run. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens for sure. We'll definitely see what happens. Can I get 10 persons to hit the like button and the subscription button? Let's go. All right, 1,400 meters. We have Goodaf, then Jessica, then Marta, then Sarah, then Sinclair. All right, the top 5 there in this 1 mile for women. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. And remember, keep the interactions going in the chat. And let me just call the top 10 from the top fan list here. Gail, followed by All in the Game, then Anthony, followed by Cheryl Robinson, then in the number 5 spot, Garmel, number 6, George. Number 7, Sam. Number 8, Fist. Number 9, Tech Gaming. Number 10, C. Ilton. So it means that the list is changing. Some persons are no longer, being so interactive in the chat. Let's keep it going. So 1,000. Well, we're pretty much done here. Good afternoon. Let's just wait for the time to come on up here. All right. So again, thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. And let's see. Cheryl Robinson said, "You honestly believe Noah was injured? Clearly, Noah is the smartest man in 100 and 200." All right, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll all leave here with a conclusion. All right, we'll all leave here with a conclusion. Don't worry. We'll have answers in a few minutes. We'll all leave here with a conclusion. Trust me on that one. All right, let's just continue to grow stronger together, guys. Come on, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. And now is the time for us to tell everybody to come on over because it's about to get lit with the 100 meters. And we're just waiting for these results to come on in. Let's just try that again and see if we can just get that. So it's the 100 meters for men next. All right? All right? All right, so we're just waiting for the times, and I perhaps I'm going to come back here because honestly, I really don't want to miss that. All right, so we'll come back to those times. Congratulations to Gudaf Sege. Let me just look. All right, we have like about 7 minutes to that. So let's see if the times they will populate here. So let's just wait a little bit more for this one for sure. But it's about to happen. And Anthony said Noah is very strong mentally. And Wayne is saying hello and good morning to you, Miss Hostess. I am late for your live, nice as usual, listening from Montego Bay as usual. Wayne, happy to have you here. All right, straight out of Mobile. All right, and Anthony is saying Great Diamond League. Watch along with Voices in Education. Thank you so much. Anthony, you're asking for predictions? Let me tell you, I have to see if Seville shows up first for that race. If Seville shows up for that race, definitely Seville for the win. If he does not, then we'll go with Lals because he's going to run. But remember, Akani is there. Letsila is there. All right, so there we go. Gudaf Sege did it. 41188. It's an official meeting record, world leading, and national record, followed by Jessica, all of 41368. Then Sarah, 41626. By the way, Jessica, their area record. All right. And let's see as the times come in. And we're just waiting for that. All right. Followed by Sinclair there, 41632, also an area record. And we'll just keep watching the times populating there. Italy, Marta there, Italian, 41716, a national record. And we'll just watch the remaining times populate on screen. And then we'll definitely shift over to the 100 meters for men. Are you ready? Are you ready? Sound off in the chat. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, sound off in the chat. And if you know by now, if you don't know by now, I like to sing, but I can't. All right, so sound off in the chat. All right, and you're welcome, Wayne. All right, Tech Game is saying, I'm just praying. All right. I know he's not coming last. That's who Tech Gaming. And Anthony saying good off. Medal prospect for World Championships. All right, for sure. All right, so we're there watching, and I'm also watching the times because we need to go. All right, so the times they're coming in a bit better now. Mr. Guys, come on, 10 more people to hit the like button, 10 more people to hit the subscription button. Let's go. Let's go. We wanted 200 likes and we can get there, we can still get there. We have people here who are not liking or not subscribing. You actually have people who is touching the thumbs down button. Why would you do that? Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Do not make that mistake. All right, so let's just continue here. All right, so we're just waiting for the times and they're coming in, but in a little bit, I'll perhaps have to switch here because we want to just talk about, the athletes in the 100 meters for men. So let's see, just another few seconds here, and I'm just going to switch to that screen. But I'm telling you, it's about to be lit, and we'll all have a conclusion at the end of at least 10 seconds there is after that race. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Voices in Education. This is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. So, you know what? We're going to just switch, all right? And I believe we have seen, all right, just two more times to get in there. So let's see if those times come in quickly enough. But we're going to just switch to the 100 meters for men. Guys, we're still begging for subscribers. And there you go. The times are all there. And so we're going to just go over now to the 100 meters for men. All right, so we can see here, I'm still seeing Akeem Blake, and I doubt he's going to run, but who knows? Well, let's see. Louis, all right, of Great Britain. Zarnel Hughes, all right, Great Britain. Oblique Seville, Noah Lyles, Letsile Tebogo, Akani Simbini, and Jeremiah. No, Lyles in the middle there with Seville, and perhaps he's not so concerned about Letsile, given his confidence in the last race, and I feel that Letsile is going to come back at Noah here. So it's going to be a fantastic race. All right, so the men, they're on the track. And in a little bit, we're going to see this screen going early, 9.75. We're told that Lyles is going to do 9.74 here. All right, so it's now or never, guys. It's now or never. Put those predictions in the chat right now. All right, Akeem Blake is there. Let me tell you, Akeem is there. All right, so Akeem is there. Zarnel Hughes is there. And guess what? Guess what? Seville is there. So for sure, my prediction is Seville for the win. All right, so Seville is there, looking good. So in any second now, guys, you'll see the screen going. Lyles is there, confident as usual, looking very ready. All right, very confident. All right, let's see as usual, very composed, always see that humility. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. I'm looking on the screen. It's going, it's going. Let's see. Let's see what happens in this one for sure. It's about to be lit. Let's see. I'm not saying anything. I said it already, so I ain't saying a word. 986, 876. Look at that. Look at that. 986 for team 876. In a little bit, I'll tell you about the race. In number 2 spot, 10 seconds flat there for Noah Lyles. Season best. Use 10:02. Akeem Blake 10:08. And the times are coming in, guys. So we'll definitely see there. So you see the shape that Seville is in. All right, so we'll just talk a little bit there. And the times there are on screen. And let me tell you, Seville got a great start. Lyles could not come back. It was It was from start to finish. Demolish the field like lies. There is no way. No, 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 no. Are you coming back for me? That was what Civil was singing, guys. That's just my little thing there. But it was a good run from Civil, and I'm happy to see that Lyles came over, congratulated him. Lyles is still happy, and he knows what he has to do. And this is why these races are important. But Civil, my, Civil, the start was good. He kept going, and remember, the track is somewhat wet. So, fantastic run from all the athletes in this one. Big congratulations for Oblique Civil. And I remember we were talking about the trials in Jamaica there, and I said something, but we'll see what happens. We'll talk about that. We'll save that conversation. But I'm going to come over to you, Ovi, and I'm also going to look in the chat. All right, so over to you, Ovi. I see Hilton there, Civil. They will all have to catch him. Well, they all had to catch Civil, and I'm telling you, Laz could not catch up. But over to you, Ovi.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. But a brilliant run there by Seville. And, he dismissed the field. And, we have to put things into context of the time. 986 for Seville to take this one. And Noah, he ran 10 flat. And we have to work based on how the athletes are performing this year. That 10 flat is Noah's fastest time in 100 meters this year, and he will have to go sub 10 and dip into that sub 10 deep enough to get back into the competition, as it relates to the 100 meters. As I said earlier, when it comes down to Civil and Lyles, he is always having something to prove. Yes, Civil, as it relates to that 100 meters, he's not going to allow Lyles to win. So if he knows he's not going to be able to put out his 100%, he's not going in the race. So is that's the kind of attitude that Seville has. So once I saw him at the line, I knew he was in good condition and he delivered. Back over to you.
All right, thanks for sharing. I don't totally agree with what you shared there about Seville. Unless you know otherwise. But I would not say that if he knows that he's not, because he has gone into races and not win. And sometimes it depends on what you're expecting from the race. So sometimes it's about, getting the start right, working on the finish, whatever it is. So yeah, I wouldn't want to say that for sure. It's clear, even from the championships, when we look at what he experienced there in the final, and to move so tentatively in that final race at the beginning, and then to run in that number two spot. I felt that if he was, okay at 100% in that race at the trials, then he would have given Kishane a run for his money for sure. All right, so that's kind of the shape that I believe, you know, Civil is in at this point. All right, so, and that game is saying Civil to the world. Garmel, no, 9-7 today. Gail is saying that doesn't matter for Noah Labs. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We'll see what happens in World Championships, Tech Game is saying I'm dancing. Jamaica there to the world. For sure, it was a fantastic run, and definitely happy to see Civil back in that form, given all that he's experienced. And for him, this is really, I believe, cementing his confidence, because that is definitely important to show him that I can go up against some of the biggest names, and I am still able to deliver. So given what has happened, I believe if there is any mental or psychological impact from what happened there in Jamaica at the national trials, then this would have, cemented his confidence, giving him some more confidence if there was anything. And let me just emphasize that if there was anything, affecting him psychologically there. And so this is definitely good. All right, so we are expecting the next event on the track will be the 200 meters for women. All right, in this one, we should have your Tori Lewis, and it's been a minute. We haven't seen Tori from Australia, so I would love to see what Tori, is going to bring here. And Tori is one of those rising athletes, I would say, talented, and hopefully she gets to, well, she has gone, I guess, to, like, I don't know if she has made it into like semis, but we'll see what she comes with here. But one of those athletes that you would want to just look out for and see what happens in the next few years. But she has been here, so let's see what happens. Ashanti Moore of Jamaica is in this one. Jail. Um, I believe Ashanti Moore is trying to get a qualifying time here, right? I believe so. All right, Jail is here. Daryl Nita, Amy, Dina Asha, Julian, and Adelike. All right, so Alfred should take this one, but oh, Brittany is not. Let me see here. No, 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 not here anymore. So Julian Alfred should take this one. And I guess we'll have Daryl Nita there, Dina Asher Smith. So we'll see what happens in this one. But I think this is a race for Juju. Yeah. So Ovi, I'm coming over to you.
Yeah, I think Juju should take this one. I am thinking Amy Hunt too will be in contention, and also, we have Dina Asher Smith there and Daryl Nita, who are good athletes as well. Hopefully for Ashanti, she's will be able to get the time she needs, and this one's going to be another cracking race. So we look forward to see how this one unfolds. Guys, we're heading toward 200 likes. If you haven't liked yet, close the chat and hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscription button, and help us to continue to grow. So we await this 200 meters. And just drop your predictions in the chat for this one. Let's hear what you think.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much there for sharing. And just looking in the chat there, Cheryl, you said Lies didn't want to overwork himself. All right, Tech Gaming at Soft to Blake. Congratulations to both of them. All right, this year is for Seville. And Gail is saying doesn't matter for Seville, outsprinting Lyles. He also outsprinted Simbini, who was consistent, and Tebogo too. All right, and Anthony is confirming here that Moore is looking for a qualification time, and that's what I believe too. Also, thank you for confirming that and take game in there. All right. So let's go back to the top fan list. So we have Gail in the number 1 spot. Tech Gaming is moving up there in the number 2 spot. Then we have All in the Game, Ilton. Then Anthony, followed by Garmel, then Cheryl Robinson, then George, Samsung, then Fizz in the number 10 spot. So keep those comments coming in. We really appreciate them. Keep those interactions coming in. Definitely appreciate those interactions for sure. All right, so let's just continue to grow stronger together. We really appreciate all the support here. And we're trying to get to 10K, guys, 10K subscribers. So let's go. Continue to share, tell a friend, a family member about the Voices in Education. And just know that we're here, we'll be here right through to the World Championships. So watch it on your TVs, the World Championships, and just come over here for the discussions. As a matter of fact, we'll have the watch along going. So you can watch it. We're here talking live and direct. So you want to ensure that you're sticking and staying with us. So hit that subscription button. Yes, you need to do that, and turn that post notification on. So tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates. So in a little bit, we will see the 200 meters going. All right, so we'll just watch on screen and we'll definitely tell you what's up and what's not. All right, but this one should be Juju's race for sure. All right, but we'll definitely see what happens here. All right. So again, guys, welcome, welcome if you're just tuning in. All right. And OBT, Seville is gonna medal this year. I don't care what people are saying about him. All right. All right. And Garmel is emphasizing that Lyles got a SB. All right. So we'll see here. All right, 200 meters coming up in any second now. You should see that time going or the meters going. There you go on screen. And let's just watch here and see, and then we'll definitely. All right, so we'll definitely see the times here. 21:71. All right, so looks to be the winning time there. And we'll just wait for that. And yes, so Julian Alfred, 21:71, meeting record, a new world leading time by Alfred. It's a national record as well. You think Alfred is going for the double double? I don't think she's putting in the work for the double double. Dina Asha Smith there settling in the number 2 spot, 22:25 season best. PB for Amy, 22:31. Adeliki, 22:52 season best. And Jail, 22:67. And we'll watch for the remaining times to come in there. More, 22:86. And let me tell you, Alfred ran a very good bend. And she has this strong finish, Alfred. All right, Tori Lewis there, 23:05. So, Ovi, I'm going to come over to you to hear your views on this one.
Yeah, it's a brilliant run from Alfred in this race. And you know what is important about this one is that it's a new meeting record for her, national record, as you rightly said. But the top four athletes, they did some good work there with Asha Smith running her season's best, and Amy Hunt were in her personal best. So it was a quick race, but Juju was in control all the way through. And she is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the World Championships if she can continue to maintain this form and continue to perform the way she is doing and to keep healthy, I should say. So if she's able to keep healthy, there's going to be some good competition for with her doing this well in the 100 and the 200 meters. As you said, she's definitely doubling, and she seemed to get better the more she runs. She did lots of running last year, and she did really, really well in the Olympic Games. And I'm seeing her following in that footstep, those footsteps this year. So she has found a purple patch, as they would say, and she is definitely taking things to new heights. So good job, Julian, and it's good to see cousin Asha doing really well again. That's awesome. But it was a fast race, lots of good performances coming in this 200 meters. Back over to you.
All right, fantastic. So I am just to look here for the 200 meters for women, and it's 22:57. That is the entry standard. So Ashanti Moore there, I believe not getting that time. So it has to be 22:57, I believe, from my quick check here. All right. So that has to be the time. And so, Ashanti missing out here. So hopefully, Ashanti will have to continue to chase that time, because that's going to be important for her, all right, in that context. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. And again, 22:57. So Ashanti Moore missing out here on this one. All right, let me just quickly look in the chat here, and all in the game. All right, I see you there. And Tech Gaming, I know that. All right. And Juju is running well as training partners Dina and Rashidat. I see that, and more, yes, opportunities available. So she'll just have to keep going to the circuit. And perhaps she's going to Nakak, I don't know, Ashanti there. So we'll definitely, look out and to see what's the context there. So the next event coming up on the track is the 1500 meters. All right. And that comes up in about 3 minutes or so. All right, so for this one, we should have Adam, Seleman, Robert, Jude, Oliver, Gilgy, Neil, Elliot, Cameron, Isaac, Jake, all right, Koish, Josh, George, and we have two pacers, Zan and Ben. All right, so that's the next event, the final event on the track. All right, so we'll just wait for that, and then we'll go back and check on some of those field events. All right, and we'll definitely see. And yep, that's it, Garmel, 22:57. So Ashanti needs to get that time. All right, so come on, guys, we're about what? 27 away, likes away from that 200. And we'll definitely see here. Ovi, coming over to you.
Okay, as yeah, Ashanti not getting that qualifying time and hoping that she can get that done in the future. But it's good for her that she's experiencing these good fields too, so that will pull her along. So hopefully she'll get in a race where she's able to drop that time down below the qualifying time so that she can represent the country in the 200 meters. So hopefully she's on a good program there. So, wishing her all the best. Guys, if you're here, you haven't liked yet, help us to get up to 200 before we get off this one. So if you are here and you know yourself, you haven't closed the chat, hit that like button, please do so now. If you haven't subscribed, just hit the like button, that thumbs up button, hit the subscription button, turn your post notification on so that you can keep connected with us. And we will really appreciate that. Let us know in the chat if you have just subscribed so that we can give you a warm Voices in Education welcome. And we appreciate all the persons who have been here and stick and there you have stick and stayed with us right throughout this morning. Really appreciate you coming over to the chat a little bit. Good morning, Donna. Bahamas 242 in the house. We really appreciate having you here. Vernon, big up yourself. Love having you here. And Gail is saying, so I think it's 21:50 7. Is that the time that she needs to get, Ashanti? We'll confirm that a little bit later.
22:57.
So it's going to be so 22:57 there. And yes, we have that one going. But guys, thank you for sticking and staying here with us. Get us up to 200 likes as we continue to give you coverage of this one.
All right, fantastic. So we're here and waiting. All right, and Vernon, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. All right, Cheryl, rooting for Alfred. All right, Cheryl, I see you. I see you there. All right, let's look at the top fans. So Gail, Tech Gaming, All in the Game, Ilton, Anthony, Garmel, Cheryl Robinson, George, Sam, and Fist their top 10. All right, so keep those comments coming in, those interactions. All right, while we're waiting, this one should be on the track, perhaps a little bit delayed. Let's just take a quick switch here and let's just look at the discus. All right, so the results are here for the discus. So Nicholas and Christian, followed by Lawrence, and you see Roger Stoner there. All right, so we'll just keep those results there so that you can see. All right, and let's just go to next event there on the in the field. All right, pole vault and the 1500 there. I'm just going to go back right after this one. All right, the pole vault result there: Olivia, Katie, Angelica, Emily, Molly, Amali, Tina, and Marie Julie. All right. And let's just go to the 1500 meters here. All right. Any moment now, we should see that. Let's just quickly go back here to the high jump and let's just cover this one. All right, there you go with the results for this one. All right, Morgan, taking this one. Eleanor, Christina, and Yaroslava to settle for the number 4 spot, it looks like there. All right, Lamara Distin there of Jamaica in the number 7 spot. All right, and let's just check in with the 1500 meters. All right, we just have that long jump to check on. All right, there we go. So just about 400 meters gone in this one. All right, and we'll just keep an eye on that on screen for sure. And let me just see. And Gail is saying thanks for the, I guess, the shout out. Oh, definitely. Yulene, welcome. See you there. And there we go. Just 600 meters there. Do not leave, guys, without hitting that like button and subscription button. All right, just about 700 meters there. 800 over. And let's just see this one here. 900 meters. So Mills there, Josh Kerr. So the Great Britons, they're up there. Koish. So let's see what happens here. All right, Maya's coming up. So Great Britain. So let's see here. That is why they saved this race. They're expecting the British athletes to come on in and take this one. But let's see what happens. With just under 300 meters, look at Koish going in there. Let's see what happens. Kerr is still there. Mills is somewhere there too. Let's see what happens in this one. Who will take this one? Less than 100 to go now. And let's see what happens in this one. And it's done. It's done. And we'll see the times they're coming up. All right, so Koish here, 3:38.82, meeting record. Car 3:29.37, season best. And we'll see. We'll see the remaining times coming up here. But let me tell you, Courage passed those Bretons on the inside. And I'm sure Ovi's going to have something to say about that. Isaac 3:31.55. And the Kenyan with that strength, that stamina, that strong finish, Carr could not respond to Koish. All right, so meeting record there, and we'll see the times coming up. So, Ovi, coming over to you.
Yeah, a brilliant run there from the athletes. And the British athletes, they really held the front for a long time. But, when it comes on to the latter part of the race, Koish used some good strategies there and came on the inside and took that one. And, a good run for him as a meeting record. And, we have to give her his rating as well. He did really, really well. It is the season best run, and you can't ask for more from him than that. So good going there by Coach. 3 minutes 28:82 is his official time, and Kerr for second place 3 minutes 29:37. In third place it is Isaac 3 minutes 31:55, and that's the top three. And you can see the other times coming up on a screen there. So good run here by Cox, and that's pretty much how that one ended. So yes, a good run here by the athletes.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. And Garmel is sharing that. We love Juju. She's one of us indeed. All right. And, all in the game is saying, the Kenyan is phenomenal. All right. And let me just go back to the high jump just to show you those results there. Not the high jump. Was it the high jump, long jump? Well, I'll figure it out. It was a long jump. All right, to show you those results there before we wrap this one up. And Koich is just so young, he has so much left, in terms of time and what he can achieve. So Malaika taking this one, Larissa, then Hilary, followed by Claire, Monet, Anik, Jasmine, all right, and then Katrina, all right. All right, so that's it for, our our coverage here, and let me just take a look in the chat in a little bit, and I believe we have a few weeks off when it comes on to the Diamond League. All right. And that gives us the opportunity to take a break and also to tune into the US trials, because we want to be here for that. All right, to just bring you those updates as well. All right, because that is something that we'll be watching out for in that context. So just to let you know that the next Diamond League stop is in Poland on August 16. All right, so we'll be here for that, and for sure we'll have the calendar, the event up, and if you're in our WhatsApp group, we'll definitely share that link there as well. So the next stop is in Poland, and that will be on August 16th. All right, just to let you know that. And let's see, and the tech game is saying God came true for us. All right, when the ship was sinking. Well, all right, when the ship is sinking, we ride out our storm. And for sure, let me just see if I am able to just go to this screen here, and so that we can even wrap this up with some music. All right, so let's see here. All right, I believe you should be seeing that screen, which is good. I just couldn't access this screen just now. So, Ovi, I'm just going to come over to you to find out if you have any final comments. And guys in the chat, let me know. Gail, you're confused because yeah, she's St. Lucian, but so Juju Alfred spent some time in Jamaica attending school and training in Jamaica. So that is why we claim her in that way. All right. So that's the reason there. All right. Gail, so hopefully that clarifies some things for you there. And Garmel is sharing that, and Hilton is saying, thanks so much for facilitating and interacting with us. Have a blessed weekend. And you too, Hilton, thank you so much for being here. And the original BI Strong. Yes, my friend, I just wake up from some fest. All right, and Miss yes, BI Strong, the relay team, they got the qualifying time. So hopefully that stands and another team does not displace them, but they have the qualifying time for Tokyo. All right, Ovi, I'm going to come over to you, and guys, leave any final comments in the chat.
All right, thank you so much. I just wanted to say thanks to all the persons who came out and represented us today. We really appreciate you. And if you're here, you didn't get a chance or you didn't remember to close the chat, hit that like button, hit that subscription button. It's not too late. Please do that right now. We really appreciate you. Thank you for all the persons who commented in the chat and was, very interactive with us here today. We really appreciate you and we look forward to see you guys coming here again. Take care of yourself, and we will talk next time.
All right, fantastic, and thanks. You're all welcome, Vernon. You're definitely welcome. BI Strong. The time was, I'll have to go look back for that, but it's somewhere there up in the chat. But they did make run a better time than Nigeria for sure, and than the Netherlands. So that much I can tell you. But the specific time right now, it's not on the top of my head. All right, thank you guys so much. And okay, you found it. Yeah, that looks like it. 37.8. All right, fantastic. And Tech Gaming is sharing. It was a pleasure to be here with you guys. I really appreciate it, and enough love. You're definitely welcome. Let's see. All right. So, yes, guys, we're going to go to some music and I'll just be in the chat and then we'll sign out this one. But thank you so much for all your support, for all your love, for all the likes, all the subscriptions, all the comments, the interactions in the chat. Definitely love that. And let me just give a big shout out to our top 10 in the context of the top fans here. All right, Gail, All in the Game, Tech Gaming, C. Hilton, Anthony, Garmel, Cheryl Robinson, George, Sam, Fizz. All right, and we really appreciate you being here today with us. So continued blessings and love. And remember, with Christ in the vessel, you can definitely smile at the storm. We'll see you in the next video or in the next live. So ensure that you hit that subscription button and you have your post notification turned on. So tap that bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates. Again, blessings and love, and bye for now.